Never alone, God, archangels, and ancestors stand with the solitary. You all thought seeing someone alone meant they were weak. You underestimated them, mocked them, and assumed their solitude was a sign of defeat. But what you failed to realize is that they were never truly alone. God, the archangels, and the ancestors were always there, standing beside them, guiding their steps, and shielding them from harm. While you were busy plotting and scheming, they were being fortified by divine strength and ancestral wisdom. Solitude is not weakness, it's a sacred space where faith grows, where connections to the divine and the eternal are deepened. So, the next time you see someone standing alone, remember, they are backed by forces far greater than anything you could ever imagine. To those who mocked and plotted against someone who seemed alone, take heed, their silence was never emptiness. To those who mocked and plotted against someone who seemed alone, take heed, their silence was never emptiness. The walls of solitude were fortified by the presence of God Almighty, His archangels, and the unbreakable strength of ancestral spirits. Every moment spent in isolation was a moment of divine fortific. While you schemed in the shadows, their light grew brighter, guided by a force you failed to comprehend. The consequences of dark paths. And now, you who meddled in darkness, was it worth it? You thought candle magic and necromancy would give you control. You placed your faith in temporary riches and the illusion of fame, but now you're shivering, sleepless, tormented by whispers in the night. You invited chaos into your life, not realizing the karmic cost would be heavier than you ever imagined. You endangered yourself and others, especially your children. How could you expose innocent souls to the consequences of your selfish ambitions? There is no power in dark magic that comes without a brutal price. The illusions you were promised will soon crumble, leaving you alone with the nightmares you conjured. A warning to those who walk in darkness. This is your fate. The Annie who played puppet master and her incompetent baby Leo who followed blindly, they will be dealt with by a justice far beyond human comprehension. No spell, no charm, no dark ritual will save them from the divine reckoning that awaits. You are a disgrace to humanity, driven by greed and false promises. But remember this, every action has a reaction. Every soul you harmed will rise, strengthened by the divine forces that shield and protect the innocent. The couple who started this whole ring will be eaten with forms alive for all the lies they told. You chose your path, now live with the consequences. A message of redemption for those who choose it. Yet, for those who still have a spark of conscience, there is a way out. Turn to the light. Abandon the dark arts and the destructive habits that have poisoned your life. Seek forgiveness and redemption through truth and accountability. It is not too late to reclaim your soul from the abyss, but the window is closing. The time for games is over. Divine justice is upon us. Choose your next steps wisely, for they will define your future both in this life and beyond. Message of accountability. When you take what is not yours, whether through deception, coercion, or manipulation, you build a foundation of lies that will inevitably collapse under the weight of karma and divine justice. You may have thought no one saw, no one knew. But energy never lies, and the truth always finds its way to the surface. Those who have been wronged are rising, and with them comes the power of justice. This is your moment of reckoning. Submit what you stole. Return every profit built on betrayal and exploitation. Life will not let you escape the consequences of your actions. Call to action. Expose every lie, return every asset, and relinquish the false sense of power gained from others' suffering. The longer you wait, the greater the storm that will return to you. It's time for full transparency. Every document, every hidden account, and every stolen piece of life force must be brought to light. The divine will not rest until truth is restored.